All rise. Judge Vanderbeek Court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1006, Shaw versus Shaw.
Thank you.
Welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay. Amelia Shaw, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
So our daughter has been living with me for 2 years. We're separated, and she's currently not paying any child support. And I thought maybe she would grow up, but I guess it's time to force her hand. So.
Okay. Any reason why you're not paying child support?
All right, things are about to get heated in this courtroom. A father who's had full custody of his child for 2 years is done waiting. He's here to hold the mother accountable after she's failed to pay a single dime in child support. Here's the twist. She's not broke. She's making money, but spending it all on herself. The judge immediately presses her on why she's contributed nothing. Her excuse? The father makes more than I do. But there's a problem with that logic. She's also spending $2,000 a month jetting off to music festivals while claiming she can't afford support. That's a hard sell, and the judge isn't buying it. This case isn't just about custody. It's about priorities, accountability, and the uncomfortable truth about parenting. The mother thought she could dodge her financial responsibility. But today, the law is catching up. Let's see how it all unfolds.
She makes a lot more money than I do.
Okay. Is that your only reason?
Mm-hmm.
You know it doesn't really work like that, right?
Well, I spend a lot of time, I'm trying to build my career. I'm a hairstylist.
Okay.
So
congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I travel a lot. I don't have a lot of extra money.
When she says she travels a lot, she's at music festivals like every other weekend.
Every other weekend is a bit excessive.
It's networking. I'm trying to do hair for bands.
Let me ask you a question. How much are these trips costing you every other weekend?
Probably close to $1,000.
Close to $1,000, and you're going twice a month?
Yeah, sometimes.
You're spending $2,000 a month to go to music festivals when you could be paying child support. So that means you can afford to pay child support, right?
Well,
yeah. That means that, right?
I mean, yeah, probably.
So what's the reason that you're not paying? Because it can't be that she makes more money when you obviously have the finances to do it.
Well, if I'm being honest.
The father lays it out plain and simple. For the past 2 years, he's been raising their child alone, covering every expense without a penny of help. At first, he hoped she'd step up on her own. She never did. Now, he's done waiting. He's demanding child support. And his frustration, absolutely justified. While she claims to be struggling, he points out she's flying out twice a month for music festivals, spending thousands. That's not struggling. That's choosing not to pay. He knows she has the money. And more importantly, the judge sees it too. Then comes the biggest red flag. She's never made a single effort to contribute. No help with school fees. No coverage for medical bills. Not even a dime toward daily expenses. This isn't about being broke. It's about refusing to take responsibility. And the judge is ready to make sure she can't run from it any longer.
I would hope you are.
When we talked about having a kid, she was sort of more enthusiastic about it than I was.
I'm the biological mother.
I'm trying to figure out.
Biologically related.
But I'm trying to figure out, what does that have to do with anything?
Well, it's kind of more on her, if you think.
Are you kidding me?
Well,
Because I gave birth to
I don't even understand what's going on right now. What do you mean that it's kind of more on her? It's your child too.
She wanted it more.
But you wanted it too, right?
Yeah, you were on board with this.
I was.
So you're going to still be on board with paying child support then? Because it's still your child. You don't get to pick and choose when you want to be a parent. It doesn't work like that. If you can spend $2,000 a month to go to music festivals, you can definitely pay her child support. And if you're out of town every other weekend, how are you seeing that child as much
She
as you
doesn't.
proclaim?
I face,
That doesn't make sense.
I FaceTime. There's
She's
face-
drunk when she FaceTimes. Half the time I can't hand the phone over.
Indulge from time to time. but
Right,
It's not,
and I am not buying anything that you're over there talking about. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get straight into the child support, and you are going to pay, okay? And I know you have the money, because according to your tax returns here, you make about $800 a week, right? Okay.
Now it's her turn. In her defense, she's building her career. She works as a hairstylist, and she claims she doesn't have extra money. But her spending habits tell a very different story, and the judge isn't letting it slide. If she can afford luxury travel twice a month, she can absolutely afford child support. Then she drops the most shocking statement yet. She implies the child is more the father's responsibility, because he wanted the child more. The courtroom goes silent. The judge's expression says everything. That's not how parenting works. This isn't a shared hobby you can back out of when it gets inconvenient. If you helped bring a child into this world, you are legally and financially responsible. No exceptions. No excuses.
So I have your gross at about $3,200 a month. So you can afford to pay child support because you're spending $2,000 of that to go out of town, and that's based on what you said. That's not based on any calculation yet. Okay? All right? How many children?
Just one.
Just one child? Okay. So I have your net at $2,474.58. Who pays health insurance?
We have Medicaid.
Medicaid? Okay. So Medicaid has to be reimbursed to the state because that is a state benefit. So you are the one who is going to reimburse that money to the state. So what I have to do is take 9% of your gross, and that'll give me the health insurance amount that you'll reimburse to Medicaid. Comes out to $288. So when you add that to your monthly child support obligation of $494.92, that gets $782.92.
A month?
Yeah. You spend $2,000 a month, right? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So you can afford it.
I think one music festival a month is enough.
And maybe you should take your daughter with you to the music festival.
I don't think so.
No?
No.
Oh.
I don't trust that.
Oh. Well, you know, now that she's paying child support, you really can't dictate what she does on her weekends. It's kind of how it works.
I just don't think that's a safe environment for a 3-year-old to be in.
It may not be, but until something actually happens, you can't dictate that. You wanted child support, you gave rights. You pretty much gave birth to a visitation rights. You understand?
Yeah.
And child support and custody are completely different. So that doesn't mean at any point, if she stops paying, that you can start denying her access to the child. It doesn't work like that.
Okay.
You all understand? Okay, anything further?
No, ma'am.
Anything further from you? Okay, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Now the law steps in, and the judge doesn't waste a second. Child support is ordered on the spot. The numbers are clear. The mother is now legally responsible for paying $494.92 a month. But that's not all. Because the child is on Medicaid, she's also required to reimburse the state an additional $288 each month. That brings her total to $782.92 per month. Her reaction says it all. She walked into court thinking she could talk her way out of this. Instead, she's walking out with a legal obligation and zero wiggle room. The judge lays it down clearly. Parenting is not a part-time role you pick up when it's convenient. She can keep chasing music festivals, sure, but now those monthly payments come first. That's how the law works. Custody equals responsibility. No exceptions. This mother tried to dodge financial accountability, but the judge wasn't having it. Because at the end of the day, making money doesn't mean much if you refuse to prioritize your child. The court didn't care about her lifestyle, her excuses, or her spending habits. It only cared about one thing: who's been there for the child and who hasn't. She came to court trying to avoid payments. She left with a bill. Parenting isn't optional. And now the law is making sure she pays her share.